Hey Cancer, welcome to Aria Moon Tarot, and thank you so much for being here. This is your love reading for anyone with Sun, Moon, or Rising in Cancer. It's a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If it doesn't, check your other placements. All right, let's get started. So we're starting out with the King of Flutes. This is the King of Cups. This card actually says the single dad on it. So we may already be getting a little bit of insight here for some of you. Three of Mirrors, Three of Swords. This is the Red Flags card. Wow. I'm picking up on a lot of really heavy energy. Actually, just saw a card flipped in the deck. We have the Two of Rings, Two of Pentacles. Oh, okay, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on for this person. Let's get a couple more cards. Why is this person silent? Two of Roses. That would be Two of Wands. Oh, okay. And we're ending with number 8. This is the Strength card. This card says opening up. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Roses. Ten of Wands. Shoulder to cry on. Whew, okay, that's what that's the energy that I was feeling. I'm telling you, like, there's a really heavy energy here. There's a lot going on for this person. I was feeling that as I was shuffling. I feel maybe even a little bit lightheaded, and that's kind of my signal for overwhelm. So, yeah, with this Ten of Wands at the bottom of the deck, we will get into that. We will get into that. Ooh, okay. Let's start off with some energies that are coming through for those of you that this is helpful. So I am seeing Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy coming through really strong here. Also Leo energy showing up for this group, pretty strong. Yeah. That's kind of it. I mean, I could honestly throw out every sign right now because we've got a lot on the table. We've got different elements, but as far as what's coming through very strong, a lot of water energy, a lot of emotion. We do have some Wands energy, so you might be dealing with a fire sign. Maybe. I'm trying to figure out if that energy is about the intensity of this connection, or if this is actually referring to a person in this connection. I would feel confident that for a lot of you, you're dealing with a water sign here, like I was saying, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, also a Leo. It's funny because for some reason right now I'm seeing Virgo in connection with Leo, so that might be significant to some of you. Yeah. Let's look at this. This person is a sweetheart. But they're juggling a lot right now. They are busy. They are so busy, and it's not just busy, but they are overwhelmed with commitments right now. This could be family commitments. This can be work commitments. Honestly, sometimes I don't think that they feel confident about being able to fit it all in. They feel like they're just barely scraping by is how it's coming across. Like, they have all this stuff going on. They have, in a lot of ways, I think it's like they feel like they need to show up for everybody. They need to be everything to everybody all the time. And it's like every day they're not sure if they're going to be able to do it. They're not sure if they're going to make it. And Whew, this is coming through as such a weight, as such an emotional weight too. I feel like this person is very, very emotional. Like I was saying, a true sweetheart. And there's a practical side to them as well. So they might not even feed into that emotional side. They might be trying to mask that side a lot of the time because they have so much on their plate right now. Your person may be a parent. That is coming through as a very strong message for a lot of you. You may also be a parent. I am picking up on children being involved in this situation, being highly likely for you. Yeah. If that's the case, if this person is a parent, I'll just say they take their commitment to their child or to their children very, very seriously. And I feel like whether this person is a parent or not, has children or not, family issues are coming into play for them right now in some way. So even if this isn't about their own children, this could be commitments to siblings, to parents, to even close friends of theirs. But it's like, whatever these commitments are, they take them extremely seriously. This can even be that they take their work very seriously or they take their studies very seriously. I'm stressing this because how this is coming across is that they are stressed out and overwhelmed by whatever these commitments are in their life, and it might not even be obvious or apparent to anyone outside of them, because it's like I think they do hold a lot in. The amount of pressure that they feel is on them right now is immense, and it's just like it's kind of difficult to sort through, because I can't honestly tell if this is justified pressure or if this is like just them feeling like, I don't mean to minimize whatever stress they're feeling, because if you're feeling stress, you're feeling stress. But it's like some people have so much going on in their life that anybody could look at what they have going and be like, whoa, that's a lot. Like, I don't know how you juggle all these things. You've got your kids and you've got work and you've got school and you've got, like you're doing a lot. And other times it's not so much that there's a great number of things to focus on, but just that we're feeling stressed out, overwhelmed, defeated, weighed down by the responsibilities that we do have. So something is weighing on this person. This can also be family drama. So it can just be a lot. Just a lot. It's just a lot going on. I'm also picking up on for some of you, this is a lot of drama with an ex. Possibly someone that they share children with, or someone that they share a lot of history with. Yeah, your person is coming through as very sensitive, but like it's almost like they want to appear, they like to appear like they have their emotions in check. I say it like that because when we're looking at the King of Flutes, we're looking at the King of Cups, and the King of Cups is somebody who has his emotions in check, somebody who is very mature and emotionally balanced, and who won't act out in anger or in upset, or let their emotions get the best of them. This is someone who is very very controlled, because of a certain mastery that he has over his emotions. And so this person is coming through as someone who does have mastery over their emotions. But I also am getting with this like 10 of Wands energy, and with some of the other energy that I see here, is that they might not feel like they really have their emotions mastered as well as it appears to other people. So this is why it's like, I feel like this person doesn't have a lot of support in their life right now, or they feel like they don't have support. They feel like maybe there's no one they can reach out to help them through this, or no one that they can share their emotions with or their struggles with. It's like they have to put on a brave face. They have to show up. They have to take care of their responsibilities. And almost like there's no room for emotion. So I am getting this sort of weird mix between on one hand mastery over emotion, and another hand like complete just being kind of defeated by the emotion. So that's It'll vary, of course, from case to case, whether this person is actually in this King of Cups energy or do they just appear to be. But I do think they keep it pretty level. They don't share a lot. They don't express a lot. And like they're really longing for that shoulder to cry on, like this card says. They're really longing for that kind of connection, and that really, this could be showing up because they're pointing to something that they felt that they found in you. They may have expressed a more emotional side to you, but in their everyday life, it feels like, you know what? What's under here? Yeah. We have the Empress here. In this deck, the Bachelorette. So this is in direct reference to you. I think they're kind of bringing you. Wow, you guys, there's so much to sort through here that it's like it's hard to keep it all straight. There's so many messages. This person's really highlighting you, bringing you forward as this person that this person who is so loving and so nurturing, that you were really a person that they could open up to, someone they could share emotions with. And I feel like this isn't something that they do regularly. This isn't something they feel like they have the space to do in their everyday life, but like something that they felt comfortable doing with you, or like they felt they would do with you, or something like that. Because they're really bringing you forward as the shoulder to cry on. You are that nurturing person. You may be a parent too, or you may be the parent in this situation, because the Empress is somebody that shows up as a really good, nurturing, loving parent. So this could be that they've seen you in this role, they've seen you in this capacity, and they love that about you, and they want to be able to open up and be more emotional with you. I can't get off of this bottom of the deck energy here. One more card. We have the Sent Home card. This is actually the Tower in traditional tarot. So yes, something happened in this person's experience. Like I'm saying, they have a lot going on, but it's giving me the vibe that something kind of fell apart. Maybe they fell apart. They feel like they fell apart, or something fell apart, and it could be this connection, but it's like, this person's in a very emotional place right now, and it's almost like they don't really have the space to do that. They don't have the space to be in this emotional place. They won't allow themselves to be in this emotional place. They are very consumed with their responsibilities right now, and a lot of their responsibilities can kind of start to take on that feeling of burden. It's not that, like if it's children or something, it's not that they aren't, it's not like they don't want to step up to the plate and be that parent. They do. I'm seeing like this highly emotional and very caring person, and somebody who recognizes that in other people. But at the same time, it's like sometimes it's too much. Sometimes they're just overwhelmed. I feel like they don't want to disappoint anyone. They don't want to let anybody down. There's also this feeling that they may have been disappointed or let down in the past, and it's like they're basing a lot of their decisions now on this need to live up to a certain standard that they've set for themselves, or that someone else has set for them. I don't even think that this person realizes how protected their heart is and how protected it's gotten in the process of all of this. But I feel like this person is, in a lot of ways, it's like they're trying to live up to something. And I don't know where this idea came from, if it's something they created, something that was created for them, something their experience has kind of shaped around them, but it's like they're trying to live up to some kind of standard, and it's really overwhelming them. I really feel like they may have had a very important relationship fall apart for them, or fall apart right in front of their eyes in the past. I feel like watching this relationship crumble, whether this is referencing the relationship with you, referencing a past relationship for them, or this could honestly be their parents. This could honestly be some sort of childhood wounding. Watching whatever relationship this was that was very foundational for them fall apart has affected them. Watching that crumble, back to that Tower That Tower moment, yeah. Watching it crumble. It affected them deeply. This may be a person who was raised by a single parent. They might maybe harbor some guilt about an important connection coming to an end. Could be their parents, could be a connection with them. Because we do have this single dad card, and I'm picking up on vibes here. For a lot of you, this person may have been married before. They may be ending a marriage or something. And I feel like this really affected how they view themselves, what they think is possible for them, how things will play out for them. I think the connection with you has raised red flags. Like, we have this Three of Mirrors. It's almost like this connection with you has danced on a very tender wound for them, and it's kind of it's activated something. It's reminding them of something. It's making them think of something that has played out for them in the past, and they're scared. They're scared that it will play out for them like that again. At the same time, though, like, I can't ignore the overwhelm. So there's a lot going on in their life. I feel like I'm not even clear on if this person is holding back, if they're silent purely because of fear, or if they're silent because they are overwhelmed by everything that's going on in their life. This might be fear that they want to push past. We'll look deeper into some more oracle cards and see what other messages we can pull out. So it might not be purely the fear that's holding them back. It's like they are tired, they are exhausted, they are overwhelmed by something in their life. Yeah, they have so much on their plate. That's a huge contributing factor to this silence. I also, with this Two of Rings, this Two of Pentacles energy, there's also this feeling that they're pulled between two different situations in their life. Kind of a repeating theme a little bit. I feel like this sort of idea came up in reading 1. This feels different. Yeah, this feels different. This is like, this is a past situation in their life, or something that's currently playing out, that has them in a state of limbo. It's almost like they're not sure if they're still in this situation or if they're in this new situation. They don't really know where they fall. And that could be because they are ending a relationship, or something's coming to an end, especially if there's children involved. It's like they're still attached to an old scenario in their life, and they want to move on to a new thing, but prioritizing everything is getting difficult for them because there's so much going on, and it's like they don't even know where they stand right now. Yeah. I feel like a lot of what's coming up here is that this person doesn't want to repeat their parents' mistakes for a lot of you, or mistakes that they have made. So if they have had a relationship fall apart in the past, especially if there was a lot of fallout involving children or family members, they don't want to repeat that. So there's a little bit of fear there. But this also, because there was this idea of a standard that they've set for themselves. If they watch their parents' relationship fall apart or something, they could be having kind of a bit of an internal issue with the idea that a relationship fell apart for them too, because it's like it feels like they're on the same path as something that they've witnessed before that doesn't feel good, that doesn't feel right. Wow, there's a lot of messages here. So yeah, take what resonates, because this really could have to do with your relationship with this person. This could also have to do with a past relationship, and I'm getting family issues here. Childhood wounds. It's like they've seen all the warning signs. I feel like they know they need to fill you in on what's been going on with them, and it's almost like they plan to, with this Two of Roses energy. It's like they plan to. It doesn't feel like someone who had the intention of hurting you with their silence. It's like they have a lot to sort out. They have a lot of decisions to make. That's what seems to be the repeated theme throughout all these readings, is that this person has a lot of decisions to make, a lot to get in order. They have a lot on their plate. Like I keep saying, they just have so much going on. I feel like this relationship, this connection with you, is going to require some vulnerability on their part. for this person to come forward, for them to let you know how they're really feeling, for them to express all this to you, for them to maybe unload all of this, like what's been happening with them. It's going to take them getting into a very vulnerable place and letting you know what's on their heart. I think for some of you, this vulnerable place is about them filling you in on something that happened in their past that you may not know about. This could be kind of a missing piece of the puzzle, something that they've never opened up about before and you just didn't know how much it was weighing on them. Yeah, they're silent because they know that when they do come forward, they're going to have a lot to say. They're going to have to express a lot about what's on their mind, a lot about what's on their heart. It's going to be a very defenseless position for them to be in. I feel like this is someone who could make excuses about how hectic life has been for them lately, how much they've had going on, how many commitments they have with work, with school, with their family, whatever it is that's consuming their time. But deep down, it's like they don't want to make those excuses. They really want to tell the truth. They want to open up to you. They want to let that emotional stuff out. They want to let that emotional stuff come to the surface. They don't want to just say, oh, look, I've been working a lot. I've been pulling double shifts. I've got kids. All of that's true. But it's like, it's not how they want the conversation to go. What I'm seeing here with this Two of Rings here, I see that this person wants to figure out a way to make this connection with you a priority in their life, to rearrange things so that it is a priority in their life. But this is really difficult for them to figure out right now because of everything that they have going on. And it's like, it feels like there's so many missing pieces, and like they're trying to figure out how to make all of these missing pieces move and flow and operate together. And so it has been on their mind. How do I bring in this additional element with everything that's already consuming me? Yeah, oh gosh, they're so overwhelmed, you guys. And I just feel, I feel bad because I do feel like this is a person who might not let anyone know that they feel like they're kind of drowning, that something in their life is just too much for them to handle. They feel like they have to keep it all together. Like they may be the type of person who's always the voice of reason, who always has the answer, who people go to with their problems, not the other way around. Let's see what other messages we can get. Yeah, that's what I was saying. This person wants to be honest with you. They want to open up. It's a commitment for them. That's a commitment for them to be very truthful about what's happening for them right now. And this can be leading to a reluctance to come forward because I think they have committed to themselves that when they do, they want to be a little bit more honest and open about what's going on. And that's going to be really vulnerable. And we have peace. Okay. I think they just want a breather. They just want a second to figure things out. But it kind of feels like everything's moving so fast. There's so much to do. There's so much going on. There's so many emotions that they haven't quite put a name to, and they just want some peace. They just want. It's almost like they just want a release. So this could be a very emotional situation for this person. And I really feel like they aren't going to have peace about the situation with you until they come clean about some of the deeper issues that have been going on here. It's like they really want to be strong. They want to lead with this kind of strength that we're seeing here with the Strength card. They want to be courageous in some way. But at some point, that strength might have turned into a wall. I feel like this is somebody who felt like they had to be strong. And maybe they didn't realize when they reached a point where now it's a wall. This is not just about strength. This is not just about will. This isn't just about pushing through. Now it's really hard to get through to them. I think this is someone at their core who wants to believe that everything will work out, but it's like they've seen it go wrong so many times. This could be their own personal experience, or like I was saying, something that happened like with their parents or with their friends, other family members, things like that. They've seen things not play out well. I think seriously, in a lot of cases, they've experienced it firsthand. It didn't go well, and they're kind of afraid to put themselves in that situation again, or to put themselves in that situation for the first time, because they may not have truly opened up like this before. Yeah, something has left a lasting impression on them. Something fell apart and it left an impression. Let's see what else. I'm also going to start asking the question now. I'll kind of finish that up with the last deck, but I just feel like asking the question, like what they might be realizing, what they might be figuring out. So we'll just see what messages we can pick up on with that, but also just more insight on why they are silent right now. But you know, they might be coming to some kind of realization or going through some kind of growth through the silence, and just see what we can find out about that. So we have perseverance. That's really funny. I think in reading 2, perseverance came out, but actually in this deck has a card. This deck has a perseverance card, so this has come out now. Again, very interesting. Number 12. This is earth element here, so yeah, we could be dealing with an earth sign. I was picking up on that before, but it wasn't coming through very strong. That's sort of reinforcement. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy coming through. Let's see what else. And trust, number 31. Yes. This is a very strong person, a very strong-willed person, and I feel like they are using a lot of the strength just to get through right now, just to get by. They have such a pure heart, and I feel like they want to trust this. They really, deep down, they want to trust this. They want to push past everything that... It's like they have this voice inside of their head and they want to push past it. And this voice is saying like, no, you're going to get hurt. You should be careful. No, you have too much going on in your life right now to be able to pursue this. It's too hectic right now. You don't have time. No, you've had things go wrong for you in the past and it's probably just going to happen again. They're kind of like fighting that off, but they are showing up as somebody with a lot of determination. And I feel like they've used this determination to get this far, and they're going to continue to use that. I feel like in this case, it's like this is a matter of them rewriting a story for themselves, like just believing that they're able to rewrite the story, believing that things don't have to turn out the same way as they always have. And also just having the space and the time to even think about it, because I think that they really are very busy right now, and I can't ignore that that's a huge part of why you're not hearing from them. They have a lot going on, and they have a lot to sort through on top of that. Let's pull some love story oracles. Whoa. I had a card fly right out, so it must be, yeah. Oh gosh. We have guarded. I was kind of talking about that. Like, I think that this person might not realize how protected their heart has become in the process of just trying to make it through, trying to like live up to all of these expectations, trying to take on all these responsibilities, trying to be that good parent or whatever it is that they have going on in their life. Maybe it's even trying to be a good child. Maybe they have older parents to care for or something like that, and they're trying to step up to the plate, but it's like not letting this emotion out because they are so emotional. It really has built up a bit of a wall around their heart. Let's see what else. We have memories. Oh gosh, that, I mean, I don't feel like it could have said it better. These are those vibes that I was getting. It's like something happened in the past, and it's like they're replaying this. These can even be childhood memories, but it's the thought of what did happen that's keeping them in this guarded place, and it's what's keeping them quiet. And this could be like a relationship for them that fell apart, a time when they had their heart broken, watching their parents' marriage end, or having to face parenting alone, something like that. But it's like they're replaying the past. They're replaying some hurtful memory, some challenging time in their life. Okay, let's see. Let's pull some Romance Angels cards, and I'm really specifically asking for an outcome with this deck. What might happen? What are some next steps this person might take? What are some realizations this person might come to? Let's see. Talk about a realization. This connection is something that's clearly very important to them. I feel like with everything they have going on, they wouldn't be trying to figure out how they can fit you into this equation, trying to like heal some of these issues and things like that. They wouldn't be trying to do that if they didn't recognize that this was a very important connection. They may have even thought along the lines of, this is a soulmate. This is something big. This is a connection that they want to change for. It's something that they want to try things differently for this connection. So yeah, that's a huge realization. That's a huge realization. If this silence is making them realize how important this whole thing is, that's big. Let's get one more card. Yeah, we have healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So yeah, this could be something that runs deep. This could be childhood woundings. This could be wow. Okay, I'm really glad. I'm really glad about like these oracle cards and just kind of how they really laid that out for me, and like some of these things that I was picking up on for some of you. It's like it showed up in a way that I think it's painting a very clear picture. There's a lot that happened in this person's past and a lot they're trying to deal with currently. And it does have them in a place of wanting to kind of pull back and figure some things out. The great thing that I'm seeing here is it seems like this silence is making them realize how important this connection is. So at least in that way, it feels like they're moving in a direction that can bring this back together. And then it's also showing me that they are working on healing. They're working on trusting. They're working on being able to open up, because they have been very guarded. They've been very closed off. Something about this connection had them on guard. It's like how this card says red flags. If we think about the traditional Three of Swords energy, it's about heartbreak, it's about disappointment, and I like the way that this card kind of highlights this as red flags, because I feel like this was past heartbreak and past disappointments, and something about the connection with you raised these red flags. It's like it set off alarm bells. It was like like you could be setting yourself up for a whole new tower moment, like we had in here. We had the equivalent of the Tower card at the bottom of the deck. It's like, I think that an alarm went off for this person, and it's like, I don't want to go through that again. I don't want to go through another Tower moment. I can't have things fall apart again. Or I've got so much that I have to deal with that I can't figure out how to implement this, especially with the fear of like it could all go wrong. They want to believe, though. They want to heal this, and they want to believe that it doesn't have to be like that. Even if that's been their experience in the past, it really doesn't have to be like that. So yeah, they're working on healing that. They're working on putting the past in the past. They're working on rewriting their story and letting it be more of what they want, what they would love to welcome into their life. So yes, Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really hope that this reading was helpful for you, that it provided some insight and clarity about your situation. If you did resonate with any of these messages, don't forget to like the video, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you feel like it. And hopefully I will see you again in another reading really soon. Bye!